Hi everyone, my name is Theory, and me and my classmates Yin and Ali, this is our community project for our 5-Sci-121 course. We decided to make a website for DMD patients getting the chance to explore around Los Angeles. And to start off, what exactly is DMD? So DMD, throughout our 5-Sci course, we focused mostly specifically on DMD, which is Duchenne muscular dystrophy. It's a very rare progressive X-linked recessive disease that primarily affect boys. And females are usually carriers. And we looked through so many cases of how this disease is progressing, what their symptoms are, and we see that they have a really short lifespan. And most of them, they start by losing ambulatory function, they start developing cardiomyopathies and so much more. So they also they show symptoms at a young age, and they get diagnosed at a really young age. So they almost rarely get the chance to travel and experience what's out there a lot more. So in this about section, I want to talk a little bit about what our motivation is, why we wanted to create this website. And our main motivation is Darius Weems. So during our first week in the course, we watched a documentary called Darius Goes West, and he was a very inspirational person. He's a patient with DMD, and he traveled around the United States. And this was very impressive and very touching. That's why we decided to create this website so that more patients with DMD will get the chance to explore LA.
Okay, hi. So my name's Allie. I'm another group member for this project. And just like Theory mentioned, DMD is a serious muscle dystrophy that significantly affects ambulatory abilities. So that's why Darius Weems was such an inspiration to all of us because he showed that exploring your interests and trying new things does not have to be limited by your physical capabilities. However, throughout watching that documentary, Darius Goes West, it also showed the challenges that Darius faced on his travels, such as lack of slopes to access buildings or wheelchair malfunctions that made it difficult to progress in his ventures. So, because of this harsh realization that traveling with DMD requires careful planning and consideration, we decided to build this website. So here you can see on our about page, this is our purpose. So we decided to build this website to provide practical tips, accessible destinations, DMD friendly activities, and some other essential resources that individuals with DMD can fully participate in and enjoy. Here's also a list of our works cited, so you can see most of these places are in LA. So I'll head it off to Yin to explain why we chose LA.
So, my name is Yin, and I'm the third and final member of this group. To talk about why LA, LA is one of the most sought out tourist destinations, popularized through the media from the Hollywood, and now one of the most populated cities in the nation, enriched with different facets of US history and cultures from around the globe. LA has a long history and connection to accessibility for wheelchair users, from being the home of the first mass produced wheelchair to multiple protests for disability rights, to even popular DTLA destination, the Last Bookstore, founded by wheelchair user Josh Spencer. But our most immediate and personal reason for creating this website is because we are UCLA students who are also first time residents in LA. We wanted to translate our own awe and desire to experience different aspects of LA and make our own experiences accessible to boys with DMD, wheelchair users, and anyone else looking to experience LA. Our website has many wonderful features such as different destinations in LA, modes of transportation, various hotels and restaurants, all accessible to wheelchair users. To maximize the full potential of our website, We will be taking you through a tutorial on how to navigate through this website by making a sample itinerary for a day trip in LA's beautiful city of Santa Monica. To start off this tutorial, we'll be going through the hotel section. Going through the hotel section, we have multiple different locations near LAX, the beach, and various inland cities of LA. While there are multiple locations with accessibility rooms, the hotels listed here have specifically row-in showers as a viable option for taking care of your children. To see more options for accessible hotels in LA, you can just click on this button to go to the website, which offers multiple different accessibility options, not just in LA, but other cities such as New York and Orlando. To start off, our family just landed in LAX and they're exhausted and in need of a place to stay. While they could just pick a hotel in Santa Monica if they check out this beachside page, going to the first Santa Monica hotel they see, if they go to the About page, they see that the pricing is a little bit outside of their budget range. Plus, they've heard many rumors about the notoriety of LA traffic. Thus, they want to find a hotel near them. So going to the LAX page, they can find different hotel options near them. For the sake of this itinerary, let's just say they pick H Hotel Los Angeles Courier Collection by Hilton as their hotel of choice. Going to the About section of this tab gives them the address and a couple of top tourist attractions near them, such as Manhattan Beach Pier and Village and Beverly Hills. Clicking Learn More gives them a wider range of destinations that they can travel to as listed on the hotel page. You can also find the price range that this hotel usually falls into, and by clicking this price button, you can go directly to the website themselves to check out the current pricing of accessible rooms on the date that you would want to go to. Going to the accessibility page, you can find a selection of top accessibility features. In the various rooms offered, you can expect to see rooms with a row-in shower, ADA tub, fridge for medication, and a spacing of 32 inches of width to move around. In the hotel itself, you can find accessible features including the public entrance, the hallways going to your guest room, and the swimming pool and even a restaurant. Learn More again takes you to a comprehensive list of accessibility features offered in the hotel. And to see the overall amenities offered by the hotels, you can click on Amenities. Here you see helpful features such as free Wi-Fi and a full kitchen in some of the rooms. In this tab, you can also see that there's a free airport shuttle. However, you may need to call the hotel to see if the shuttle is accessible to wheelchair users. The phone number can be found by clicking the Learn More button. Even if it isn't, each hotel is right in front of the airport, allowing for a short and cheap Uber ride, which we will cover in the next section in this tutorial.
Okay, so for this, I wanted to expand more on what our website features, and I'll be going over places and transportation. So if we click on this top Harvard page, places, it would bring us to this page right here. So these are the destinations we have recommended: Santa Monica Beach, LA Museum, some entertainments and recreational activities. So for example, if we wanted, if if the DMD patient or the family, they want to look more into the museum, we can go over to the places and click at the museum. And it will bring us to the page for museum. So before we start, we have this some of our services where you could, if you don't have a wheelchair, you could get your wheelchair rental. And this is the location and the phone number specified here. And you can also get your wheelchair van rental if you wanted to go around that specific area, and you pick your activity below. So this three of these places, I made it intentional that they're all in proximity so that you don't have to wait in traffic LA that long. So we have Grammy Museum, you have a little description and some prices for that, and some of the prices for the place entry. And these would be the locations. These would be the locations provided. And then if we want to know more information for wheelchair van rental or the rental, we would click on more info and it would take us to the transportation page. And in the transportation page, we have wheelchair van services and wheelchair rental services. So as we can see how Santa Monica Beach and Museum, it has more specific, just because I made this just because for each of the activities at that specific place, they're all in proximity, and it would be more convenient to visit these locations and get their van service. And if you wanted wheelchair rental, you can think about getting this specific one. But for other activities that we have, like in entertainment, we can see how you could go to Disneyland or Universal Studio. For those, we would recommend you could Uber there, which is Uber also has the feature of the wheelchair accessible vehicle. So you could enjoy and it's accessible. Another thing is we have this additional wheelchair van service, which is like in the middle of where we are to Disneyland or in other like Anaheim area. And yes, this is our transportation site. So just to add on all of these activities, we may do the consideration of DMD patients. Of course, they are accessible. I made sure like the activities provided there are accessible and not harmful. And of course, safety and health is a really big aspect here. So I made sure all these activities are accessible and safe for DMD patients. So to continue our sample itinerary, Yin has already gone through the hotel and what you'll be doing. So right now, after you're settled at your hotel, you want to decide, okay, where should we go visit? So places was, as mentioned earlier, places is a good place to start. And let's say we want to go to the Santa Monica Beach. So first we will hover and click to the Santa Monica Beach, and it will take you to this beautiful page. And right now, since you're at the hotel and we want to go somewhere, we would first need to pick our transportation. So let's go to the transportation. So at this point, if we need a wheelchair van service, we recommend if you want to go to Santa Monica Beach, we recommend this location specifically because for Aero Mobility, this dealership will you can give them a call, and if it's not accessible for you, they can bring you the van, and this would be a good option. If not, you could Uber to the location if that's what you prefer. And then we can go back to more information to take us back to the page of Santa Monica Beach page. And at this point, it's up to you. If you need a wheelchair rental, they do provide this right on the beach. And this is the location. And this location is very close to all the activities listed down here. So you don't have to worry about how far they are. So right now, to pick your activity, you can look at all four of them. So for your sample itinerary, you could if you're feeling like you want to go on a ride, you could go to the pier carousel, this merry-go-round, and they have seats that is accessible for wheelchair users. They have a ramp to get on. And after going on a pier carousel, it's right next door, almost like a right next door. You have Heal the Bay Aquarium. And if you're a fan of the marine world, like this is a perfect spot. This is the perfect spot for you to go. They focus on marine world and the conservation of the Southern California coastal waters. So you could go check it out right there. And if it's lunchtime or if you're hungry, you could go get food at this very point.
Okay, so like Theory mentioned in the sample itinerary, let's say you go to Santa Monica. Let's say you go to the playground, maybe you go to the park, maybe you'll see the aquarium, you're at the carousel. But after doing all of these activities, now you're hungry. Now you want to maybe grab something to eat, but you're worried that the restaurant you go to might not be accessible. So they may not have accessible seating, or maybe there's multiple steps to get into the restaurant. So to plan for this, you can go to our Eat page, which features a list of fully accessible restaurants. So here you can find how to access the building, if the building has accessible parking, how accessible the bathrooms are. So, for example, let's say you're already in Santa Monica, maybe you go to Benihana. This restaurant has step-free or easy ramped entrances, many available tables, and wide clearance between tables, which will make it easier for wheelchair users, and it has step-free and wide clearances in the restroom. So you can also find the address to these locations, which will make the traveling plans run a bit more smoothly.
So after you have your food and now, okay, you want to explore a little more about the Santa Monica Beach. So you could look at again all the listing. And you perhaps maybe want to go to a playground to relax. So this would be the South Beach Park playground. And this is perfect. It's a perfect spot for children and it's a lively environment. They have a lot of swings and these are good they're pretty they have activities that are for accessibilities. And this is a great option to just have some family time together.
After an eventful day, it's time to eat dinner. Luckily, our family recalls seeing an on-site restaurant at their hotel that is also accessible and decides to go back to the hotel to end their night. To check out more details about this hotel, they decided to learn more.
So, after thoroughly exploring this travel guide for Los Angeles, it's evident that LA has so much more to offer for individuals with DMD, such as wheelchair rental services, accessible entrances, and some other helpful programs that can ensure an accessible and enjoyable time when visiting this lively city. So we hope that with this resource, travelers with DMD can confidently plan and execute an inclusive and memorable vacation. So we just want to say thank you for exploring these accessible options with us and happy traveling.